So let's start with something we all use every single day: money. Think about that $5 bill you have in your wallet. Why is it worth anything? You can't eat it. You can't build a house with it. It's essentially just a piece of specially printed paper. But we all agree it has value. You can take that paper to a coffee shop and exchange it for a latte. The shop owner accepts it because they know they can use it to pay their employees, because they can buy more coffee beans, because they can pay their rent. It's all based on a shared trust in the system. The government says it's worth $5, the bank accepts it, and so we all go along with it. This system works pretty well most of the time. You hand over your cash and you get something in return. It's a direct physical exchange. Or you use your debit card. You tap it on a machine, and the bank, a central authority, moves the numbers from your account to the shop's account. The bank keeps a record, a ledger of all these transactions. They are the gatekeepers of your funds, and we trust them to keep it safe. Now, imagine doing this without the physical cash and without the bank. Alright, so let's get into it. What exactly is Bitcoin? In the simplest terms, Bitcoin is digital money. It's the first ever decentralized digital currency. That's a lot of tech words, so let's break it down. Digital is the easy part. It means it only exists on computers. You can't hold a physical Bitcoin in your hand like you can a coin or a dollar bill. It lives entirely on the internet. Think of it like an MP3 file for music or a JPEG for a photo, but for value. It's a string of code that represents ownership of a certain amount of digital currency, and you can send it to anyone online. The decentralized part is the real game changer here. This is what sets it apart. Remember how we talked about banks and governments being the central authorities for our money? Well, Bitcoin doesn't have one. There is no Bitcoin headquarters. There is no CEO of Bitcoin. There isn't a single company or person in charge who can freeze your account, block a payment, or print more and devalue everyone's holdings. Instead, it's run by a massive global network of computers that all work together to keep the system honest and secure. It's a peer-to-peer system. Let's put Bitcoin and traditional money side by side. The cash in your wallet is physical. It's issued by a central bank. It's controlled by your government. When you pay for something, you hand it over, and the transaction is private and final. Your digital bank account is a little different. The money is just numbers on a bank server. When you use your debit card, the bank checks your balance and approves the payment. The bank is the intermediary and has complete control. They can see all your transactions, they can block payments. Your account is tied directly to your personal identity. Bitcoin operates in a completely different way. First, it's global and borderless. Sending Bitcoin to someone in another country is just as easy as sending it next door. You don't have to deal with international wire transfer fees. You don't have to deal with currency conversion rates. You don't have to wait several business days for the bank to process it. The transaction goes directly from your digital wallet to theirs, usually within minutes, no matter where you both are in the world. Useful for people in countries with unstable financial systems. With Bitcoin, you are your own bank. Holding Bitcoin in your personal digital wallet gives you full control. No one can freeze your account or take your money without your permission. As long as you protect your private keys, they're like the secret password to your funds. This gives you financial sovereignty that traditional bank accounts can't match. So, if there's no central bank to print Bitcoin, where does it all come from? New Bitcoin is created through a process called mining. But, it's not what you think. There are no pickaxes or hard hats involved. Instead, Bitcoin mining is done by very powerful specialized computers. These computers are all competing to solve a very complex mathematical puzzle. It's kind of like a global competition where a new puzzle is released roughly every 10 minutes. The first computer to solve the puzzle gets to add the next block of transactions to the blockchain. That miner is rewarded with a certain amount of brand new Bitcoin. This is how new coins enter circulation, and the reward incentivizes people to contribute computing power to the network. All these miners, competing around the world, collectively secure the network, process transactions, and keep everything honest. They keep the whole system running smoothly. Imagine a giant global Sudoku puzzle that is incredibly difficult to solve. Every 10 minutes, a new puzzle is presented to everyone. Thousands of people are all racing to be the first to solve it. The first person to find the correct solution gets to shout it out. Everyone else checks their work, sees it's correct, and accepts it. That prize is given as a reward for doing the hard work. Mining gets harder as more miners join, because the algorithm adjusts difficulty to keep blocks approximately 10 minutes apart. And roughly every 4 years, the mining reward halves, the halving. Okay, so you understand the concept, but how do you actually use and store Bitcoin in the real world? It's probably easier than you think. To get started, you need a Bitcoin wallet. This isn't a physical wallet, but a digital one, software or an app on your phone or computer. There are many different wallets, but they all let you store, send, and receive Bitcoin. They secure your funds and let you control access. When you set up a wallet, it generates a public address and a private key. Your public address is like an email or bank account number, safe to share. Your private key is like your password. Keep it secret and safe. If you lose your private key, you lose access to your Bitcoin forever. To spend it, many online merchants accept Bitcoin, and some physical stores do too. Usually they show a QR code at checkout. You open your wallet app, scan the code, confirm the amount, and hit send. The transaction is broadcast to the Bitcoin network and is typically confirmed within minutes. It's a smooth process, very similar to using Apple Pay or Google Pay. You can send Bitcoin to friends or family just by entering their public wallet address. It's useful for global transfers and for people in countries with unstable systems. Some see it as digital gold, a store of value. While its price can be volatile, Bitcoin has started an important conversation about the future of finance, open, global, and not controlled by any single entity. That's why it matters today. Please like and subscribe. It will help us grow and reach more people.